Well, well. To Valley of the Ancients. I never thought I'd be here again, Abanor. Well, well. You continue to surprise me, Thuxel. I had no idea this place meant so much to you. It doesn't. I just came up here on a piss up with my mates once. Oh, you are absolutely awful. How could you have taken your friends on a drunken night's escapade to a place like this? Just because we could. I remember I really had to go, so I crept behind the bushes and had a massive great... No! What was that, human? Oh, the Valley of the Ancients. It's a place dedicated to all the great species of our plane. Famous beings that, well, have long since passed, but have no less relevance to our time. Is there a centaur? Of course. And, as luck would have it, a leprechaun. Hey. Have some respect. You're in the Valley of the Ancients, Boyle. Of course. Yes, I believe there is. King Oberon should be just around this next valley. His castle should be a magnificent sight to you, human. It's something that you will never forget. Oh, don't worry about Mamborga. He cannot enter here. Well, you see, he's an unnatural spirit, so he's not technically a species of this planet. So therefore he cannot enter the Valley of the Ancients. Yeah, he's perfectly right, human. Abnormal spirits, even the good ones, can't even enter this place. Oberon's magic itself is protecting it. There's simply no way he could ever... Abanor? What was that? It can't be.
Human, I have not added you to my collection yet. And whilst it is true that Oberon's magic covers this land to the point where I cannot enter, you will not be able to stay in that valley forever.
Abanor. What are we going to do, Abanor? We need to get out. I mean, we can't just stay in the Valley of the Valley of the Grey, the Valley of the Ancients forever. You got to do something.
Thussle,
You got to do
listen to
something,
me.
Abanor. You got to do something.
Thussle!
Listen to me. This is something that has never happened before. Morgan must be relentless in hunting you, human. We need a place to contact Oberon. Yes, we need to contact Oberon. He can come here and he can help. And where are we going to get that kind of magic? The last time a leprechaun conduited that much magic was during St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I know. And I'm not exactly a magical being myself. Oh, we have magic, human. It's just, well, centaurs, orcs, and the like rely on their magic for, well, practical needs. Things such as swordplay and crafting and, that kind of thing. Whereas, leprechauns... Yes, Abanor? What exactly do leprechauns use their magic for? They use it for frivolities. Well, I completely... What does frivolities mean? Come, human, we'll get further into the valley, and we can, well, discuss what we're going to do next. Yes. It's a beautiful statue, isn't it? 50 meters high, and every inch is glorious. Chiron the Great. He was considered by many of my kind to be the wisest and the greatest of all centaurs in history. Well, the story goes that he was the foster son of the Greek god Apollo, but I'm not sure how much truth that has. I have no doubt that it was a powerful spirit that, took him under his wing. In any case, however the story goes, he gained a great deal of knowledge and used it to heal, to teach us to hunt, to overcome our bestial horse nature. So we erected this statue in his honor. Chiron the Great. Yes, it is. It is something that I strive to be. A great... Well, I'm not really much good for anything other than waving swords around, but I mean, science and herbal remedies aren't really my thing. They're more my sister's thing, but I always prefer to use my brawn more than my brain. I never felt that clever. My sister was always the clever one. Well, yes, I did think of coming here for protection, but you heard Mamorga's voice. I couldn't even protect you from that. Yes, all right. Yes, the plan isn't fulfilled yet, but until it is, you're still in danger, human. My ears are burning. You really want to know if there's any leprechaun statues? Oh, come with me, human. I have a beauty for you. What do you mean, what is it? It's a leprechaun. It's a statue of a leprechaun. A great one at that. No, it isn't 50 meters tall. That's because leprechauns, if you might have noticed, are a little bit smaller than humans or centaurs. Not only that, his deeds were, well, a little less than bloody Chiron over there. This is Orius. Orius McElroy. He was one of the first who introduced the idea of magic to our species. And the story goes that he dragged a king of Ulster called Fergus, but Fergus, what was the king's name? Fergus. Well, anyway, it was King Fergus. He was one of the leprechauns that tried to drag the king into the sea in order to get all the gold. But unfortunately the king captured them, and the 3 leprechauns granted him 3 wishes. And, well, it's only a very powerful leprechaun that can grant wishes. But don't tell the horse that. What did you call me? Nothing. Let's move on, human. Obviously, leprechauns are nowhere near as great as the great centaurs. Well, all right. Let's continue along. Are there any humans? Do you want to tell him, or should I, Abanor? Human. As far as we're concerned, humans died out thousands of years ago. For us, anyway. The nearest thing we have is this statue here. They're known as Zorothian witches. Their magic is supposed to be, well, it's said to be so powerful that it can transcend dimensions. Oh yes, this is a statue of the very first Zorothian witch.
Edoris the Black. Well, the story goes that he was alone, living in the wilds, until a wounded fox came to him and asked him for help. The witch agreed, but only if he taught him his language to speak to animals, as the fox is, well, said to be one of the only animals that can speak to, well, creatures not of its own kind. So in exchange for aiding it, Edoris managed to figure out the language of animals, and through the language of animals, he learned many different things about nature, and through nature he learned more magic, and through that magic he learned, well, it just keeps going on and on and on until eventually he became so powerful with his quest for knowledge that he just disappeared. Yeah, nobody knows what happened to him. One can only hope that, well, I say hope. One can only hope that he managed to find a better place. Well, his quest for knowledge was one of the big depressions of this plane. In fact, Oberon himself tried to stop his quest for knowledge because it was overwhelming everything. The quest for knowledge never really stopped for Edoris. And that's around about the same time that humans disappeared from this plane, thousands of years ago. And up until today, we thought that, well, humans were extinct in this realm. They didn't exist. We always knew that they existed in another plane, but not here.
Ah, yes, Edoris the Great, a powerful witch indeed. He was the one who summoned me, a spirit, albeit not my original purpose, I grant. He summoned me as a way to make his pretty wife prettier still. Had he realized how vain his first wife was, beauty was all that mattered to her. So she kept asking and asking, and eventually corrupted my purpose. So now I collect beauty and store it in a place that can be easily accessed for myself instead of others. Selfishness was taught, and so selfishness always will be. I will have your face, human.
Come, human. We're wasting time. We need to get the other side of the valley. Thossel?
Yes, mon, Capitan.
Lead the way.
Yes, mon, but wait a minute. Why am I leading the way? If I step foot outside of this valley, then Mamorga will have my face.
Exactly. And not the humans. Once he has the humans... Look, Thossel.
Yes.
You want to be a statue, don't you?
What? I mean...
Yes. Yes, I do.
I want something... I want to achieve that kind of magic. You know, to grant people wishes. I want people saying, oh, that Thossel. Oh, he's a real good bloke. He got me a lifetime supply of alcohol.
Well, if you want to achieve that kind of power, you need to be brave. You need to be willing to seize the moments where you can. This is an opportunity for you to start on that journey.
All right. You really know how to twist people's arms, don't you, Abanor? Maybe you should stick to twisting your little sword.
Yes, well, lead the way.
Come on, human. The other end of the valley is up here. Let's hope Mamorga hasn't discovered it first. Come on.